Hello everyone to this episode. Today I have with me Hia, who is first year student of BCom Honors in Gargi College. Hia, please introduce yourself.
Thank you for having me here. It's such an honor. Hi everyone, I'm Hiya Pahoja. I'm pursuing BCom honors and I'm a first year student here at Gargi College, Delhi University. And I'm an alumna of the Heritage School Rohini and I was born and raised in Delhi.
That's great, Hia. Congratulations to be part of Gargi College first, as it's one of the best institute in the country. So a big congratulations for that. So Hia, how's your college life going on?
Honestly, I feel like everything has happened so quickly. I cannot even tell कि एक 3 महीने हो चुके हैं something like that. It genuinely feels like it's the first week, especially since we're giving our auditions for societies, etc. It just feels like everything is so rushed and all of a sudden exams भी आ रहे हैं तो सब कुछ is just going on
Yeah,
so
we can
fast.
understand. Like, all
But
the
it's
activities are, filled in first 3 months. Be it freshers
yeah.
party, you get introduced to so many people, so many activities, and life gets changed all of a sudden. So that's really nice that you're enjoying your college life. And trust me, 3 साल भी ऐसे ही निकल जाएंगे जैसे ये 3 महीने निकले. You won't even get कि कब तुम्हारी graduation खत्म हो गई है. So that's how it is. So, Hia, how was your first day at college? What were the feelings in your mind, in your heart, और वो कैसा गया सब?
एक तो honestly my college is so far away from my home. I live in Pitampura and Gargi is
Okay.
in South Delhi.
Yeah.
So like traveling aspect of it, I went alone. And I loved the fact that I went alone on my first day because I felt so independent and I loved it. I was so nervous on my first day and I was expecting that कॉलेज वुड बी ऐसे कि द बॉलीवुड वाइब जो होती है बट नहीं nothing like that. We had an orientation first day pe, and it was all about like the curriculum, etc. So the
Yeah.
first day was not really itna eventful, but then I want to say ki like after a week of it, I felt so much better about the college. But yeah, the first day is not as eventful as you think it would be.
But there's so much anticipation on the first day that you're stepping into the college and you'll get
Yeah.
to meet your friends, your teachers, and everyone. You'll see your college as a student. So that feeling is altogether different, right? So, Hina, which societies are you planning to join in the college?
So I am a part of a few societies right now. I'm a part of the Commerce Association, which of course only the commerce students can join. Then I'm a part of Samarth, the enabling unit of Kagi. What it does basically is the welfare of physically disabled people
Okay.
and providing infrastructure for them. So I thought that was amazing and I want to be a part of that. Then I'm also a part of 180 DC Consulting and currently, I've applied to Enactus and a few others like the placement cell, etc. And yeah, I wish to be a part of Enactus and 180DC and the societies that I have right now. I'm pretty content with those.
Yeah, it looks like that your college life would be very happening because you'll be part of so many societies. You'll juggle between your academics and your societies all the time. But that is the gist and fun of being in Delhi University for sure. That you get to explore so many things and so many dimensions about yourself that you never know that existed. And trust me, guys, these are the things that will help you throughout your career because it's not only about academics. In college life, you don't only study, but you explore so many things and they really help you to shape your personality. So these are very good things. And so here, tell us something about your CUT preparation and how did you go about it? Like, I have talked to so many people about it, and there's a common sentiment about it. कि this was the first time it was introduced. So बहुत सारे apprehensions थे, बहुत सारे doubts थे कि what is this, how is it going to happen, what would be the mode, how we are going to be checked on the same. So बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस थे. तो आपके माइंड में क्या सवाल आए उस टाइम पर?
आज हमारे बैच वाले से कि विद एक्सपेरिमेंटल बैच हमने 2 बार बोर्ड्स दिए हैं, हम
Right.
सीयूटी भी दे रहे हैं, यहाँ पे भी वी आर डूइंग अ 4 ईयर करिकुलम अब. But yeah, so first of all, I scored a 741.23 out of 800
That's an
in
amazing
my
score.
CUT. Thank you. And I had subjects like accountancy, business studies, economics, maths, English, and then I also gave an external general test.
Okay.
So yeah, these were my subjects. And let's start subject wise. First of all, accountancy. I think that whatever book you refer to, T.S. Grewal or D.K. Cole, it is 100% enough. You don't really have to go outside of it. And even the MCQs overall were quite decently easy. But one thing that I would actually recommend is to do computerized accounting. Because personally for us, by the time that, CUT was introduced, like computerized accounting was not really a part of our syllabus, right? Either you do cash flow statement and ratio analysis,
Mhm.
or you do the computerized accounting. But honestly, I would say that it would be beneficial if you do both of them, because you can get those extra marks, right? Like, what if you don't really know the answer of the
Right.
ratio analysis or the question?
Absolutely right.
So that is one. About business studies, 100% NCRT, you can score full in that subject. It was really, really easy. About English, again, I feel like if you're giving your board examinations, you don't really have to prepare for it, because most of it was grammar and reading comprehension that I feel like everybody would know. Then, about mathematics, I would say try to, limit yourself to NCRT and NCRT exemplar only. Don't really go after, these past year questions and everything, because that doesn't really make a lot of sense, because
Right.
you won't be really aware of the MCQ pattern that's going to come in the first place. And I would say that the maths exam was like quite tricky, but then that's the good part, because it was tricky for everyone. So you're going to score a high percentile in it, even if you score not the best. Then, about the general test, I would say I personally referred to Pratham,
Okay.
and I used to study over there, like online classes. So I feel like whatever they taught me, it was pretty much enough. And of course, if you're planning to give the CUET, that wouldn't be the only exam that you give, because I even gave NPAT and like the
Mhm.
IPU
Right.
exam that was. And once you prep for those, you automatically technically are prepping for your CUET general test in a way.
Exactly.
So it wasn't really hard at all. And I feel like these preps really start from class 12th itself. And it's not कि तुम end में पढ़ोगे और हो जाएगा, तो 12th में ही start कर लेना.
Exactly. So here, so when did you start preparing for it? Like as you have already mentioned, कि दो बार you gave board exams and then you got
Yeah.
to know that this year you're going to have an entrance exam for their university. So कब decide करा okay you have to sit for this and you have to prepare for it in some aspects because at that time you were not very sure कि paper में क्या आएगा. So अभी तो
Mm-hmm.
like we know that NCRT is something that we can refer to. These are the sources that are good. But उस time पर how was the feel and what was the thinking in your mind?
Honestly, board examinations ही like जून में जाके खत्म हुए थे, and everything was so rushed because we were prepping for like other exams as well, like NPAT, as I said. So एक एक करके we started to prep for those, and Pratham I joined, I want to say in Feb of
Okay.
like 2022. So it made me like well prepared with like the general test that would come. But honestly, about the subjects that really I started to work on them once the वो वाले आ गया था ना कि like July 16th से exams हैं, and I feel like that was the time that you realize, oh, actually may, you have to work again like with the MCQ pattern, because with term one we were very thorough with the MCQs, because from our curriculum we got MCQs in our term 1 examination. So most of the focus was on term 2 and making sure that that would be solid. So I
Right.
would recommend that, since agar you're giving both of them subjective this time, so then it's preferred कि you start earlier on. Personally for us, since we were done with term 1 like MCQ wise, it was more of an easy transition, but it might not be इतना easy for you all. So starting से ही करना चाहिए, like from
Right.
12th, if you know तो 12th से ही करो.
Because basically they are testing your theory and your concepts here. It's an exam, the whole purpose of this exam is कि they will test each and everything, how strong is the foundation. So it's better to start the earliest. That's what he is also trying to tell everyone here, that start as early as possible to score a complete 100 in this exam. So here one thing, a question that I wanted to ask you, but it's redundant here since you belong to Delhi, that how you're finding Delhi. Because that is something very interesting to know from people. तो आपसे तो मैं ये नहीं पूछ सकती हूँ कि how you're finding Delhi,
Mm-hmm.
but still you must be having friends and you're a day scholar at college. So what's the difference
Mm-hmm.
between life when you compare it with your peers and your friends?
I feel like सबसे बड़ा difference that people from outside Delhi say कि बाहर it's very peaceful. यहाँ पे everything is like rushed in a way.
Right.
But even this is coming from someone who lives in like Northwest Delhi and then comparing that to South Delhi, there's a lot of difference because South Delhi is kind of, I just don't know. I feel like everyone has an intention, and then everyone, like, even especially when you visit the North Campus or even the South Campus, everyone for some reason just seems to have everything together,
Right.
but then you just kind of feel lost in a way. But outside Delhi, what I've heard is that it's so like calm in a way that you don't really feel lost in any way.
But then
But yeah.
I think that Delhi's life prep up you for many things. Like it's a fast-paced
Hmm.
life, and our lives are also so much fast-paced these days that we learn a lot many things when we are in a city like Delhi. So it really preps up for our careers and our journey ahead. So it's good to be living in a metro city because I also belong to a small town. So that was again a new experience for me. In starting, I used to find Delhi a very fast-paced city, but then now I find it a city that meant for me. So that's about it.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do? Where do you guys hang out when you don't have classes?
हमारे कॉलेज का ग्राउंड इज द प्लेस टू गो. वी हैव अ प्रीटी लार्ज ग्राउंड एंड वहीं बैठे रहते हैं.
Okay.
क्योंकि आई फील लाइक इट्स द फैक्ट कि इतनी ठंड है that you don't really want to go really outside, but
Exactly.
then if you want to go outside, then Saudi Delhi has some really great places. Like you can go to
Okay.
Horse Khas, you can go to Sarojini, you can go like anywhere. So
Right.
yeah, वो तो है, option तो है, but we don't really go इतना.
That's nice. So overall, your college life is amazing and very interesting. That's what
Yeah,
I
it's
can
been
figure out
quite
from.
eventful, especially क्योंकि फेस्ट वाला सीजन आने वाला है, like
Yeah.
within a week or two. Everything is just, everyone is prepping for something or another, and it's just so eventful. I love it.
Yeah, if you can disclose the date for your fest and the celebrity that is going to be there, it will be really great for
Oh,
us.
nah, not really. I cannot do that. But date-wise, I feel like it's gonna be, around 10th of Feb. The date is not actually decided yet, so it's gonna be around like 10th or 11th of Feb.
Okay, so have you been part of Gargi's fest before?
No, no, no.
Okay, so
It's
this
gonna be
is
my first one, so I'm really excited for that.
so are we. Thank you for disclosing the date. Many people would get to know from here that you're going to have fest on 10th. So
Yes.
I'll also look forward to the same. So here, last question to you is any piece of advice that you would like to give to all the aspirants who are appearing for 2023? As you have already mentioned, they should start earliest. Except for it, any piece of
Hmm.
advice that was useful during your time, something that you didn't know and you want to pass on the knowledge.
So, first of all, I would want to say is that this exam, being competitive in nature, it doesn't really test how much you know, it tests how much you can apply within a certain period of time. So, the time would really, really, be essential over here. You might panic in that 45 minutes, you might do excellent in those 45 minutes. There might be certain subjects that, like English, and you'll be like, oh, बहुत आसान था, I did it in 20 minutes, but वो सीधी errors हो जाती हैं.
Right.
Then like stuff like BST वगैरह, you can literally do it in 25 minutes at max. But then in subjects like maths, you wouldn't be able to actually complete the entire paper, right? So just know कि आपको कौन से questions छोड़ने हैं, जो नहीं हो रहे. No point thinking on that क्योंकि time चला जाएगा. You should rather do something जो तुमसे हो रहा है. Right. And then also I would say patient raho, because most of the time, at least in this year, technical glitches वगैरह बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहे थे. And
Mm-hmm.
what it does is कि even if you're a patient person, like while giving the exam, all of a sudden panic हो जाता है. And that panic literally shows in your exam. You will make certain mistakes and अच्छा नहीं जाने वाला है वो exam. But yeah, please have a good sleep before the exam. It's really, really
It's very
crucial.
important.
And then also अच्छे से देना पेपर, बी पेशेंट. आता है जो तुम्हें आता है, सबको उतना ही आता है, तो जितना मतलब वो 800 वाला भी स्कोर करेगा, आप भी कर सकते हो. बट इट्स जस्ट अबाउट द पेशेंस लेवल एंड हाउ वेल यू गिव द एग्जाम. So
Right.
that would be सबसे ज्यादा अच्छी टिप that I can give you. And yeah, just go for it, give it your best. एक बार हो जाए उसके बाद मत सोचना. It's done. उसके बाद है just छुट्टी. जब तक कॉलेज नहीं आता तब तक just enjoy. That's all.
Thank you, Hia. Also, I'm loving the background of your college. The building is looking so mesmerizing. That architecture is very unique in itself.
Yeah.
So I look forward to visit Gargi someday. And thank you so much for taking time for us and talking to us. I hope people will get to know so much from your experience. They will surely learn anything from it. So thank you so much, and I wish you good luck for your future endeavors.
Thank you.